take the ride. Take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never won't miss the vibe. Keeping us subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. Yo, what's up, my friends? The Stream Deck is working right tonight, so it let me do things the way I wanted to. So, cheers to that. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday. Tuesday. Not really the start of a new week, but close to the start of a new week, right? So, let me grab the live stream link and share that in the Discord, and then we will have ourselves a chill time, feast or famine style. All right, because we're gonna try some random things today. That's the plan, and by we I mean me. I'm using the royal we, or us as a group, however you want to look at it. If you want to be included, then it's us as a group. If you don't, then it's just like we as in the royal we. All right, choose your own adventure style. Okay, so that's good. All right, perfect. So we're over here today instead of on the historian for, I guess, just random reasons, really. I didn't specifically think that it needed to be over here, but I do a lot of my streams over there, and I figured, you know what, this random food stream, we'll do it here. We'll do it live, and then not upload it afterwards, because it will already be over here. So, let's do the hellos. Let me just get rid of that right there. All right, so what is up? Oops, what did I click on? The little taskbar is across the bottom of the screen, and there's a part of it that's right behind the mouse. Okay, so who do we got in here? What up? Eng, Kensuke, Zircon, Otto, Shelton, Jess, Juglum, Spurl, Sum, Everyday, Larry. I think that, yep, that's hello. Hello to all of you, and Spurl. Thanks for joining my Patreon, big boy. I appreciate it. Tea's pretty good. Jess, you're eating Korean chips, honey butter flavor. Honey butter flavor. They taste like sweet plain chips. So, like, just regular chips, if you added a bit of sugar to them, essentially, that might be all right. I've got a few different things that we're going to try. Some of the stuff that I was sent, and then some things that we have here. All right? So, we're gonna try pachow and some pretzels and some Christmas themed stuff that me and Carly did not have during Christmas, and then one of these coffee candies. I got a random array of things to just randomly have on this even. Kansuki, did I upload the Ice Age booster opening? Not yet. I'm gonna do that soon. I wanted to let my Grand Archive vlog have longer in the sun, because it's the vlog for like an entire weekend event that I went to, and I didn't want to just immediately put out another booster opening on top of it. Give it a little more space to be like, hey, that's the newest video over there. But soon. I'd say probably a couple more days at most, and then it'll be out. Trailer Park Boy chips? I've never heard of them. Juglum, yeah, you liked yesterday's stream? The Stump Hatcher stream was fun, man. It was fun. Every day down the hatch. Yep. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's just me. Carly's not here. Still. Oh, yeah, old-fashioned barbecue chips are awesome. I agree. The new era of making barbecue ultra spicy is not my thing. It's not my thing. But the old school, yeah, when it says old-fashioned, it really does, like, I don't remember exactly when it happened, but I do know that one day I just stopped and went, wait, when did barbecue just become spicy? I remember when it used to be just more delicious, but it wasn't about burning your mouth, right? Maybe tangy is the word you'd go for, but it went from barbecue, hey, it's just kind of like barbecue sauce, into we are going to irritate your inner mouth, bro. We're going to do it. Teferi knows what I'm saying about the irritating the inner mouth, right? Right? Chicken chips. What a weird concept. Went from sweet and tangy to peppery and smoky. Oh, peppery. Really? I don't know if I've had a peppery barbecue chip, but smoky, hot, for sure. For sure. And I mean, there's a lot of people who love spice. Because there's so much like spicy stuff out there. But I'm so not down with spice to the level where Carly bought medium nacho cheese for our chips, and I noticed immediately. I'm like, this is not mild. And then she's like, this is what they had and what they've always had. And I'm like, I know that's not the case. My mouth knows different, right? But she's like, I'll believe you when you show me. So I will. I will show her. Every day you can buy Trailer Park Boys chips at Giant Tiger in Canada. Can you? All right. I will tell Carly so that when either one of us is in the Giant Tiger area, we'll see if we can get some. Fisher, what's up? How's it going? All right, so we got a range of different things that I want to try. Let's you know what? I got a drink. I've got some random drink in the fridge that I imagine is going to be terrible. And it's just going to sit in the back of my brain if I'm going to try it here and now. It's just going to sit here in my brain going, you got something awful coming. So I'm going to actually grab that right now. I should have already had it out here. But I'm going to go grab that can of whatever weird drink it is that Carly brought home. And I'm going to bring it in and we'll try it. I know, I forgot what it was. Oh, God. All right, so as I take this thing out of the fridge and look at it, my dread meter starts spiking. This is going to be terrible. This is a wonky candy can caramel fudge, sparkling caramel fudge drink, and it's also 0 sugar. Caramel fudge, a sparkling caramel fudge. I mean... Oh, God. Well, whatever. It's been in the fridge waiting. It smells not that. It doesn't have actually that much of a distinctive smell, honestly. Ooh. It's like, It's like a dollar store brand Jawbreaker with a really weird aftertaste. Ooh. It's carbonated too. This is dreadful. I'm not drinking any more of that. Ugh. Willie, the fake sugar always kills it. I know, right? When I see sugar-free, I get really hesitant. I get very hesitant. Larry, you get the Trailer Park Boys chips, but sometimes they're sold out because they're too popular. Well, fair enough. Dragon Raider, what's up? What's up, man? Jess, I never played Cool Borders. I feel like I've heard of it, though. Fisher, you slipped on the ice twice already tonight, scraped your knee. Well, get some snowshoes. Get some big old tennis rackets and strap them to your feet, and then you'll be undefeatable. They're hugely popular, the Trailer Park Boy chips. Well, now, see, the more we talk about it, the more I actually want to try it. I'm genuinely curious. All right, what else do I got kicking around here? I got two kinds of Tic Tacs. They're naughty and nice versions. So one's supposed to be coal. Nice is not coal, obviously. So, does it say what flavors they are? Candy cane and sour cherry. All right, I'm gonna try the candy cane Tic Tac because that might be okay. That might be all right. Just living like it's decades ago. Hell yeah, bro. Sugar, rice starch. I always like Tic Tac packages. You get so many in a pack, right? And since I wasn't allowed to have a lot of candy, you get a lot of mileage out of a pack of Tic Tacs. Every day. Oh, I see what you're saying. I could put some of the... Yeah, you're right. I could put some of the stuff over here, right? Woo! There you go. Oh, we got some pretzels too. Right? We got some pretzels. We got this little candy guy. There you go. Juggling, you're down with tacos. You have some in the car. That sounds like something. That's like the last thing a lady hears before she's abducted, right? Like the last thing what was the last thing you heard the murderer say before he drove off with her? I'm down with tacos. I have some in the car. Just games used to have shit graphics and great gameplay. Now they kind of reversed it, you feel? I feel like the big titles, a lot of the big studios don't make worthwhile games anymore. But there's lots of worthwhile games being made by random independent like game companies and stuff, you know? Alright, so that just tastes kind of minty like you'd expect for a candy cane. So that's a letdown. That's a letdown. Oh, I guess there's this too. There's the mystery bag. The mystery silver bag where, I guess we'll leave that. We'll leave that and do some of the other stuff first. All right. So, those were okay. The sour cherry is probably gross. So, we're bouncing back and forth. These actually look a little more bluish than black to me. They've got a blue kind of tint to them. They're not exactly black. Greenish blue. This one's sugars and gum Arabic. That's interesting. The rice starch is further down the list. Huh. Guess you have to change the makeup of it to achieve different the same results with different ingredients. Yeah, Jess, you'll get no complaints from me on the subject, buddy. Actually, this is pretty good. Every day, who was the crazy Tic Tac lady? I have no recollection. Actually, it turns out I like these little cherry ones better. I like the cherry ones better than the mint ones. Something simple. Little Dots home-style seasoned pretzel action. Juggling would be funny if they turned your mouth all black. Yeah, actually, that'd be great. I mean, not always ideal, but it would be fun. All right, so we got some twirly whirly pretzel sticks. Huh. I don't know exactly what the seasoning is on this, but it's pretty good, actually. Every day, I remember no Tic Tac commercials ever, really, that I can think of. I'm sure if I went back and watched, like, an ad compilation, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember that ad, but Tic Tac never had anything really catchy. Yeah, these are interesting. I like these. I like the flavor of them. It's like, I almost want to say they have a buttery taste, but they don't. Yeah, Tic Tac never had a catchy... They never had a catchy jingle, you know? They didn't have like a fresh goes better with Mentos or, you know, juicy fruit is going to move you. Old school TV and the ads and stuff all just seem crazy. Crazy. Okay, what else do we got? We got Pachow, where there's multiple variants of Pachow, and we got a coffee candy. So let's see what a Pachow is like. They're gummy and soft candies. So if you look at the pictures, they have like little plague buboes on them. Juggler remembers that Tic Tac action. Okay, so we got little individually sealed. We got mango, strawberry. We got grape. And what else do we have? Nope. Melon. Oh, yeah. Melons. Volkswagen, double the flavor, double the fun with extra double McGum. Yeah, man. Go fast a little longer, bang your mom a little longer. Something like that with Big Red, you know? Remember that one? Gianna, that's right. I'm going to eat the plague boobos. What you going to do? Okay, so let's give the Pachows the best chance. Let's pick a flavor I'm bound to like. So that will be grape or strawberry are the top choices. I'm going to go with grape. I'm going to see how they do with grape. All right. Well, first of all, I really have to say that I'm disappointed because my plague boobos, like, that's it? Where are my boobos? Where, like, the bag, like... Look at that. It's like a little, it's like a pink lumpy Cyclops gunk. Oh, it's rubbery. Weird. Its texture is plastic, almost. And it's weird and rubbery and has a little bit of resistance when you chew on it. It's like chewing... It's like chewing waxy gum. Grape flavor is pretty nice, actually. You're certainly in for a lot of chewing with these. Damn. It is reminiscent of chewing gum. Chewing a tire, but with flavor. Edward, you're not that far off, bro. So much chewing. Well, that's definitely interesting. It's a little bit weird because the texture is not what I'm used to. Chewing it is a bit rubbery, but it is delicious flavor. And I feel like if you just wanted it to last a long time, like if you just want a candy that's going to last a long time, because sometimes, you look at how much calories you have a bowl of like 50 grams of potato chips in it, and you're looking at almost 300 grams. And 50 grams is 300 grams in my bizarro world. 50 grams is like almost 300 calories, right? So how many calories is in one of these? Each one of these has like 20 calories in them. So just like how long you can enjoy something versus how much you're actually getting calorie wise, But yeah, that's definitely very interesting. I'm gonna have another one of these pretzels. Made out of recycled jelly bracelets from the 80s. I remember those. What up? Yeah, Magoro. How's it going, buddy? Is it chewier than Laffy Taffy? That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head because I haven't had enough experience with Laffy Taffy. I'd have to have some with me. So we got this United Coffee candy that I think I'm absolutely gonna hate. So let's do that and get that one out of the way. And then I can try another Pachow to see if the experience is the same with different variations. Okay, so we've got a coffee candy. Ooh, it is black, bro. It is dark and viscous. Juggling me out now and laters. They were tough and could pop a tooth easy. Some candies were dangerous, like what were they? Rocket Pops or something like that. It was like almost kind of like a lollipop, but you'd suck on it and like the tip of it would just turn into a death spike, bro. Sperl, you don't think you've ever had a coffee candy like that you liked? It's actually not the strongest coffee flavor. I wouldn't say that I fucking loved it or hated it. It's just, yeah, actually never mind. The aftertaste in my mouth. Ugh. Hold on, I need nuts in my mouth, bro. I have a honey roasted almond to balance out the chi force of the disgustingness. Okay, so what else do we got? We got Pachows left. I'm gonna try strawberry Pachow this time. It's not crinkle crankle. Oh, this one's different. This one's a little striped guy. A little striper, and he's got pretty much the same in terms of the boobos. Is that actually gummy when you press on it? It's weird. It's weird. They are a challenging chew, man. It's like chewing on the sole of a shoe. juggle them. I don't think I've seen the pecan Snickers anywhere. Strawberry flavor is pretty good too. I mean, it's very artificial. It's very artificial, but oh, one of the gummy bits has escaped. It's like it's teeth proof. All right, so far, out of everything that I tried, the worst thing is that drink. Yeah, that was awful. The drink was terrible. The coffee candy is pretty bad. It's down there too. The Tic Tacs are in the middle somewhere. Pachow's actually pretty good. I think actually I like Pachow the best out of everything that I've tried so far here. Although these pretzels are pretty solid too. What up, Blue Cats? So, the only other thing I think that's left that we haven't looked at is the mystery sack. Carly found what's it called? A Christmas tin that was on sale, and she just wanted the tin, and it had cookies in it. So this is the bag of cookies that came in it. I don't know if they're any good or not. So it's straight feast, no famine. Jess, rating them on the feast or famine scale, I would say famine, where you're just not going to eat it at all or whatever. Famine scale is definitely this garbage drink. This is in the famine category. The coffee candy is in the famine category. Feast category, Pachow and pretzels. And then this is in the middle, trending towards famine, but still acceptable. And this is trending towards feast, right there in the middle. So the only thing left is the cookies. Fisher, excited about the Hermit Druid reprint? Yeah, get you some Druid action. Yeah, Dragon, exactly. How's it going to be sugar-free and taste like fudge? They can't. They just say it is. They say it is. I think apes behind it all. All right. What kind of cookies do we got? I hope they're good. That'd be a nice little bonus. Oh, they're small. They're little they're teeny weeny little chocolate chip cookies. Look at that. Look at that. It's all right. It's all right. Maybe on the level of, they used to have chocolate chip, little boxes of chocolate chip cookies you could get at McDonald's. They kind of remind me of that, but I don't know if they really taste the same. Yeah, you like those McDonald's chocolate chip cookies? They're all right. If I was stranded on an island and had only those snacks as a rations, what would be gone first? Well, the drink would be a no-go. What would go first? Probably the cookies, because they wouldn't keep as long, I don't think. But maybe they would. I'd end up looking at expiry dates and stuff, you know? So, I feel like the cookies would go first based on that being the best choice for the scenario. You know? Like, I imagine the Pachows would keep, even if you haven't passed their best buy date, I imagine they would keep just fine. Blue Cats, you like soft over crunchy? Soft cookies are okay. They're alright. I think most of the time I prefer my cookies to be more crunchy than soft. Yeah, the Pachows are pretty good, man. They're pretty good. Larry, you have 3 cans of cranberry soda in your trunk of your car, and they fall on the famine side. They're absolutely disgusting. I like how you have 3 cans of absolutely disgusting pop in your trunk. Just ginger snaps? I can get down with some ginger snaps, bro. Made with, like, molasses. Oh, Spurl, you know these pretzels, dude? You're right, they do have some spice, but it's an enjoyable spice. Mm-hmm. They're pretty good. My opinion on these cookies has moved up. Actually, I like them. So, they might be first to go based not just on expiring faster, but also just being more delicious. So that turned out to be a nice little surprise. Molasses and butter sandwiches. Oh, yeah, that would be intense. That would be that would be an intense flavor. I don't think that would go over well. All right, so I guess there's 2 flavors I haven't tried, right? Mango and melon. All right, mango. Mango's up next. Everyday Peak Friends. Yeah, I remember boxes of those. Cookies with, like, one side of them being chocolate. Oh. This one's like... This one's more boo-boing out. There you go. Look at it. It looks like snot coming out of an orange bucket. Time to put it in my mouth. Ah. Feel my jaw popping. My life has turned into endless chewing. Every day you're thinking of the one that has vanilla filling with a strawberry center on top. Oh, strawberry in the middle of like a flower? Of a flower? All right. The mango flavor one's all right. It's not top for me, so I didn't want to eat the whole thing. Edward, you love being here. The live streams are each night from 10 to 12. Is there a schedule? You miss most of these? There is a schedule. And yeah, you got the time frame. Pretty much, they usually fall between 10 and midnight. And, well, obviously in my time zone. So if you're in the same time zone, then same time. And if you don't want to miss any of the live streams, the best thing to do is to get into the Discord. Because I do other live streams as well outside of that schedule. So I have been starting to feel the calling of doing some Chandelar streaming or something along those lines. I feel like I'm going to start doing some random earlier in the day streams on this channel as well. So if you're in the Discord, then you won't end up missing live streams. Every day, yep, breakfast streams, cooking the bacon, all that goodness. 2025 is the time for some goodness. Blue Cats, what's your Chandelar stream? That's playing the old school Micro Prose Magic the Gathering Chandelar RPG game. It's epic old school Magic action. I've streamed some playthroughs of it. This has been a while. Yep, slower game in most ways. I mean, Black Lotus and Dark Rituals and Moxes, not slow at all, but mostly. Okay. And finally, let's see how the melon one ranks. Melanoma in your mouth. Alright, this one's got nothing on this side and just a little cavity where gummies used to live. Oh, this is pretty good. Man, this melon one's pretty good. It does kind of taste like melon, too. Like what? Honeydew? Cantaloupe? Oh, it's on the package. Cantaloupe. It does taste like it. Oh, man. Almost done. Yeah, these are fun candy. This is different. Oh, yeah, every day. The whole link thing. Wow, Abe, you really don't like mango. I'm mostly indifferent to uninterested when it comes to mango. What flavor was my favorite? I think it goes grape, melon, strawberry, and then mangoes at the bottom with no questions asked. It's funky. I like it. It gets a thumbs up from me. And these pretzels are also legit, man. So yeah, definitely a mixed bag. Some of this stuff was completely meh, but then other things I find myself still wanting to munch on, man. It's nice that the cookies that came in that cool tin that Carly bought actually turned out to be pretty good. A lot of times when you buy something for its tin, the stuff inside is low quality garbage. Like full of chocolates, and then you can barely eat it. Edward, you have mango with habanero beef jerky and whiskey? That sounds nightmarish. I'm a very particular eater. So I feel pretty lucky tonight. Oh, man. It's funny the things that you think sometimes would be delicious and you try them and they're terrible, and then you try other things and you're like, wait, this is actually awesome, and I would have thought it was awful. Mango barbecue sauce. Huh. Great with chicken. I could see that. I'd try that. Evan, do I like cheesecake? Good question. Yes. Like, I'm not like a cheesecake fanatic, really. I do like cheesecake, though. They have one. I go to the grocery store and they have like the store brand version because I don't have super refined taste where I need the highest quality of things, right? So the store brand version of the cheesecake is what I get. And I get the cherry one. I don't really want most of the cherry stuff on top, honestly. Just the tiniest little bit of it for flavor. And then it's mostly about the crust at the bottom, the crumbs. It's delicious. It's delicious with a bit of that cheesecake action. So that's mostly what I'm there for. And I just finally cracked the code on when you get one of those cheesecakes, the bottom would always get soggy because they defrost and the water all comes down and accumulates and it gets soaked up by the little cracker crumbs or whatever that are there at the bottom. And it sucks. It ruins it. So realize, bam, put them upside down. Who cares if it ruins the top? I don't want most of the top anyways. Gianna, they make snickerdoodle flavored almonds. You're asking me? I haven't heard of that, but I'd try it. What up, Merfolk Bear? Juggling your cheesecake hack is probably going to be something like, it can't go bad if you eat it all in one sitting. Oh no, juggling is actual advice. Okay. Make them in cupcake pans with papers. Use vanilla wafer as the crust. Mini cheesecakes. Look at you, fancy boy. Gianni, you just saw them on Amazon. Ah, okay. All right. Well, I admit curiosity. I wonder what they're like. I do enjoy different varieties of almonds, man. Almonds are fantastic to coat in things, it seems. Peanuts also work, but almonds are superior. There's, people like cashews and other nuts, but almonds seem to be my jam. Fuck, now I wish I had some cheesecake. Now, am I going to end up getting a cheesecake tomorrow? No, that could happen. That could happen. Apparently, this is the right night for it. Just munching down on everything. Man, like everybody I played on Arena today was on ultimate slow mode. They took forever. They took forever to get around to doing anything at all. I was just like, anytime now, I just started getting up and doing laps. So it's like bored and it's up in my step count. That's what I do when people aren't playing. There was so much of it today. I was like, what's going on? Is there a connectivity issue? I know there was an issue with Steam. Tripped me out. I was just like, wait, what's going on? Why can't I access any of this stuff? This is weird. It was different than normal. Mel Masters Super Chat says, evening butt munch. Listen, you're the muncher of butts, buddy. All right? You munch them. I've been munching other things. This is what you deserve. You deserve this, right? One of these for you. One of these for you, candy can. regardless, you're Lord of the Board, boy. Boy. All right. So I just learned today that apparently, I guess if this stuff is just sitting here, I'm going to end up eating more of it because that's just how it goes. Move it over to the side. I don't mindlessly munch quite as much. Although I didn't have as much for dinner because I knew that I'd be eating a bunch of random crap on stream too. And now that cookie derailed whatever the hell it was I was going to say. What was it? What was it? Can I retrieve it? I don't know. On another subject, they're doing the spoilers for Innistrad Remastered, and I just feel myself mostly filled with indifference towards the creation of it. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I'm sure there's some cool cards in it overall, but mostly I've just been going, whatever. How long until we actually start to... I'm just waiting for Aether Drift to drop onto the format. And just go, here you go. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep is fully on the scene. Man. Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a weird time for Magic, but whatever. So I think we tried everything, right? There isn't anything that I somehow missed by being too fucking baked, right? I don't think so. I think we got everything. I just gotta get the devil out. Is Aether Drift a small set? It's like a regular sized Magic set, as far as I know. You're excited about the last Airbender one? I've got hopes that it'll be alright. I mean, as far as Universe Beyond stuff goes. I still haven't fully accepted the fact that we're going to get so much Universe Beyond, so there's a part of me that's like, I want real Magic Worlds, but somebody made the joke today, I believe it was, or maybe it was yesterday, where they're like, one day it'll be Universes Beyond, Magic the Gathering. You know, like, it's like, we're going to a universe outside of what Magic normally does. Our own IP, Universes Beyond, Dominaria. What's that? Will Nameless Race get reprinted in the last Airbender? Yeah. Yeah, they're going to reuse that art, and that'll be Zuko. I mean, I'll take the last Airbender over SpongeBob any day of the week. So there is that, right? There is that. So me and Carly went to the falls twice last year for little couple night stays, which are really nice but different in their experience. Like, one was in April and then one was in August. So we got to experience high tourist season and somewhat low tourist season. And now I'm wondering, what is it like to stay in the falls for a couple of nights in like the middle of winter. What is it? Is everything shut down? Is it fun? Is it crappy? It's just something that I have been musing about. Because the falls can be a fun place. It's cold and eerie. Blue Cat's cold and eerie, you say. All right. Oh, have you guys heard of, have you heard of Schmigadoon? Have you heard of that one? Where it's people trapped inside of a musical. It's got some fun stuff going on. Blue Cats, you worked on Clifton Hill as a teen in winter and experienced a streaker in the winter? On Clifton Hill? Sperl, you had no idea the same card did so many different arts in Fallen Empires until yesterday. It was an interesting choice made by Wizards that increased the flavor of the world building by going, look at, we've got like almost like different variations of these species kind of concept. So it was cool from world building, but having it with the commons and stuff especially just meant that there wasn't enough variation and it felt stale. Oh, man. SpongeBob was year 2000. Airbender was 2005 to 2010. Catching up date-wise towards younger audiences. Well, they do want to hit younger audiences. And the Airbender thing is there's a movie coming out, right? Real Master HVAC. Get your ducks cleaned, boy. Get your ducks cleaned. Some you like Kristen Chenoweth? Yeah, she's the uppity, oh, you're not married, you can't be in the same room lady. Fisher, Fallen Empires had some fun world building overall, right? They put a lot of effort into it back then. It's not like that anymore. Now it's low-hanging trope stuff, and you just go, give me something that has more effort and interest put into it, if you please. If you please. The Universe Beyond with horror movie characters. Well, we already have that, don't we? I mean, we just did Duskmourn, and we got things like Chucky Secret Lair and stuff. So, aren't we already living in that world? Doesn't seem any different to me. Don't seem no different to me. Oh, that's right. Ness, you bring up a valid point as well. They did the Dracula cards. There's so much. They've made so much in Magic. It's impossible to keep up with everything. Jason and Freddy. I expected to see Jason and Freddy in Duskmourn style, like 100%. I expected to see like crossover kind of stuff with that. They have the Jason mask in the set. She was in Pushing Daisies too. Oh, Pushing Daisies is great. Carly hasn't seen it yet, so I'm just like waiting until the right time to show it to her. I don't know exactly when that is, but you know, you just keep some things tucked in your back pocket for an unexpected day. That's one of them. She don't know about it yet. Master Lee Pace makes your heart race. It rhymes, so it's true, bro. It's true. Jess, the jork is in your mind. Yeah, they got lots of references. They got like don't they have a clown with a bunch of stuff jammed into his head to be like Hellraiser or whatever? Yeah, Lee Pace has been in some good stuff, man. Some random, I don't know why this is making me think of it, but there's some random famous actor who was in actual like movies and stuff who started out doing videos for schools and stuff because it was just like one day I was like, wait a minute, I saw that guy. I saw that guy. It's like, where did I see him? And then it clicked and I'm like, it was in one of those stupid things they played in the auditorium for us. Halt and Catch Fire is one of the most amazing shows ever. What's that one about? Lee Paces and Foundation? What's Foundation about? What are these movies about? Or shows, I guess, depending. Those are shows, aren't they? Jess, yeah, perception of time is a wild thing, right? So if you have a stroke, time's slowing down and speeding up. That's crazy. Thompson, what's up? Good to see me? Well, it's good to see you, big boy. How is life treating you in your travels? Got your wandering boots on? Wandering around looking for history? Larry, if we ever return to Duskmorn, which is not likely to happen, we need a Mithrigan card. Mithrigan. That movie sucked, though, bro. It was boring. It was boring. They made the Mithrigan chick look all right, you know, from the I'm a weird little creepy robo doll, but it was like, eh. Halt and Catch Fire is like a serious IT crowd. Huh. All right. What up, Happy? Thompson, you're going back to Serbia and Romania in July to visit Vlad the Impaler's castle. You're going to go and pick up chicks? Be like, yo, what's up? Vlad's not the only impaler around here. What are you doing? How about professional wrestling universe beyond? Why not? Anything could happen. They can do new wrestlers that the kids know, like Jeff Santos, and then they can do old wrestlers that the kids don't know, but we know, like Hulk Hogan. There's supposed to be a sequel of Mithrigan. Mithrigan was just whatever, man. It was just whatever. I felt almost nothing watching that movie. Just scientists have determined that there's life after death. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing, buddy. That must have some massive implications on your existence, right? Now you know. Make sure that you focus your chi effectively in this life, because then when you pass over to whatever other life the scientists have told you about, then you'll be ready. You'll have stored up as much as possible in your Mega Man energy tank. I feel like it'd be a pretty hard sell for me. You'd have to have some really concrete evidence of some kind of after existence and judgment, which it currently feels like that there is no possible way to provide that kind of proof. So, I mean, I can say that scientists have fucking concluded that your foot is your butthole, Jess, but you know, do you see how do you see that's pretty much the equivalent of what you just said to me, right? Foundation's based on an Asimov story. Lee Pace the character is one of the three actors that play the Emperor that clones himself so he doesn't have to give up power. Oh, funky. I feel like you guys sometimes tell me about these shows and then they get brought up again and then I ask again and you tell me again. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I don't always remember the descriptions that you guys give me, even if it sounds good. And part of that, I'm just going to absolutely attribute to the fact that I'm middle-aged now and human brains don't remember everything under the best of circumstances. And, you know, this brain isn't the best of circumstances. It's pretty good, but it definitely just dumps information. So that show that I mentioned, Schmigadoon or whatever, these people go into it and then they're trapped inside of a musical. And when they go to leave, they find out they can't leave. Obviously, hence the trapped part. So there's a leprechaun that lets them know they're trapped. And the one guy starts freaking out. It's like, why are you freaking out? It's like, because that was a real leprechaun. And it's just completely fractured my view and understanding of reality. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. You prove something like ghosts existing, afterlife, any of that, it fundamentally, completely changes my perception of reality, right? Everything becomes different. The entirety of existence changes with that kind of knowledge. But you got to prove it. You have to actually prove it. And guess what? If somebody could actually prove it, we'd all already know about it because everybody would be talking about it for real, for real. It would be unavoidable. It would be the biggest scientific discovery of ever. Of ever. Oh, the internet and all that, that's good. Did you realize that I found out and can scientifically prove that there is an actual afterlife? What? 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 Yep, and there's ghosts and demons and shit. Fuck, what? Oh, God, this is scary. I don't like this. I don't like this. The guy from Key and Peele. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that Key and Peele are funny together. I don't think that Key and Peele is like a funny comedy duo or anything. But I also don't dislike Buddy in this show. When I saw he was in it, a part of me went, I don't know, but in the right role, he can be all right. Evan, you worked with a guy who was 1/8 leprechaun. Well, did you follow him to Rainbow to get 1/8 of a pack of pot of gold? Happy you've seen the leprechaun and the Pegasus. Live that life. Live that life. Who cares, right? You believe, you don't know, you can believe in that shit if you want. Jess believes in fucking chi and stuff, and people on the internet telling them we've scientifically found the afterlife. We found the fucking God particle. Oh my God. Did you know they figured out the atomic structure of God and then they 3D printed one? But like scientists didn't want to lose their jobs at the labs, and it was up to the guys at Monster Labs Inc. to fucking prove it because they sequenced God's genome. But the scientists are all in the they're under the thumb of big science money lobbyists, so they can't tell the truth that they'll all lose their jobs. Right? Right? Millmaster ruled the land of deer and nutnog. Wait, what is that from? What is that? Is that the... My brain's going two different directions. I'm like, Forgotten Realms or Arthurian Legends? Reindeer are real? Yup, they sure are. They sure are. William, you're gonna get you caught. Not me, man. I've never seen anything they've done that I found funny, you know? It just existed. I went, okay. They're there making noises at each other. Hopefully somebody finds it funny. Hopefully somebody enjoyed it, because it ain't me, bro. And I actively want to laugh. I don't sit there going, I hate laughing, and you have to try really hard. Like, I actively am open to and wish to laugh. That is what I want. That is what I want. And then they say their stuff, and I'm like, but no, say something funny. All I know is if there is an afterlife, I'm gonna fucking jerk off and have ice cream, both at the same time, right? However I want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because that's it. That's how the afterlife works. It's tugging it and eating ice cream forever. Happy they're upgrading string theory to cheese string theory. Jess, it's pretty crazy. Coma patients that live new life so good in their coma they commit suicide when they realize it's not real. That would be quite the trip, right? You wake up and it's like none of that happened. You're actually like the amazing life you thought you had doesn't exist, and now you're back to this shitty life. And also, you're very weak and emaciated because you've been in a coma for years. What if in the afterlife you don't have genitals like a Ken doll? You just put a carrot down there, bro. Slap a fucking carrot around there. You know, pick up a new one every couple days at the grocery store. Keep it fresh and crisp. Seems like the simplest way. Seems like the simplest way. Man, that drink was terrible. Just awful. So I have yet to find an obstacle course show where they talk nearly as much shit as the MXC. Like that. It was just constant shit talking. Blue Cats, you wish you had no body. Existence would be so much easier. Would it though? What if you have no body and you need to fart? Right? Imagine needing to fart but never being able to eternally because you have no body. Jess, everything isn't real because the universe is nothing and not real. I'll explain chi powers then, bro. How do chi powers exist if nothing exists? There you go. Oh, 40 virgins waiting. I thought it was 72 virgins. There's a joke. It's like American Dad or Family Guy or something like that. And they go to heaven and there's 72 virgins, but it's just a bunch of dudes. Then they look up and they're like, "Do you want to play Magic the Gathering with us?" I just started laughing so hard. Oh. Blue Cat's in the heavens, you're a biohazardous gas. Dun dun dun. Oh. So yeah, that Schmigadoon show is kind of fun, but the chick character in it seems awful. Just like an awful person. It's one of those shows. You know, the time frame they wrote it in, and it's like, hey, we have this character and she's just awful. Like, why though? Why? Millmaster, eternal chugitude. That is the way of the universe. That's his secret plan. Larry, MXC is heavily dubbed, though. You don't think that what they're saying in their voiceovers equals what they're saying in the original Japanese version? Of course not. Of course not. If you watch the other localizations, the stuff that's being said is just mundane stuff about the competition, right? The MXC is literally all just fucking dubbed bullshit and ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's so stupid, but funny, right? It's definitely not what they were saying at all. At all. Not even close. But it was fun. It was fun. I like shit talking. You know? Like they're not staying true to the whole 100 people go in, 4 or 5 people get to fight Buddy at the end, try and take down the castle. They don't even have that in the show. They literally are like, okay, let's just take clips of people trying to play these little mini games and then just say they're drug addicts and stuff. Like it's so ridiculous. It's just a bunch of shit talking. It's the kind of stuff that I'd love to do. Like if somebody fucking hired me and was just like, okay, man, here you go. Just make up whatever you want about these people. What? Bill Master, what are you talking about? Propaganda? He said localization, it's translation. Who gives a fuck? Everybody knows what I'm saying. They know what I mean. Who fucking cares? What if I call it translocation? How about that? Oh yeah, and the fucking American translocation of it. How's that make you feel? We're gonna yell now. That's fucking magic, dickhead! This isn't fucking D&D, bro! You can't use translocation! It's translation. Translocation. Transloadomocation. Jess, ain't nobody gonna want to hunt him down. Localization means they can change the context. MXC is what do you mean? They do change the fucking context. The context originally is 100 people going to fucking fight like against Takeshi's castle at the end and the troops. And then this fucking version is there are no troops and we're just these guys are actually divided into 2 teams. No, they weren't. And this team is drug addicts. So if that's what a fucking localization is, then I was right, even by your own stupid fucking definition. So you too can fight about it and whatever and leave me out of it. Because as usual, I'm right and I don't need this shit. Juggling, did I check out Holy Moly TV? What? No, I haven't heard of that. Larry's just talking about when a show is, hey, check it out. We got this show. We made it in Britain, and now we're bringing it over to America. Here's a localized version of it. Here's our version of it. Here's the translocated version. That's the deal. It's a cool, funny golf obstacle course. Ah, okay. Well, you know what? That's a name that makes sense for it. That makes sense. If you mentioned it before, it's gone. It dumped out of my brain. Sirgon MXC doesn't even have continuity of contestants within a single episode. It's just funny clips like America's Funniest Home Videos. Yeah, there's no consistency. It doesn't have a proper through line, you know? It's not propaganda, Larry. It's not propaganda. Oh shit, Millmaster's got the tinfoil hat. Word localization has replaced the word translation as a propaganda technique to get American audiences to accept narrative changes for ideological reasons. They are going to sell you to the aliens. That's the plan, ultimately. They're just going to... Localization is so that they can, like, relocate you to another locale, otherwise known as Mars. It's a secret plan by using deep magic from thousands of years ago. The Martians are taking humans and translocating them to Mars. That's what's going on. Funimation talks about it openly. Oh shit, well they've got to me too, man. I'm part of the fucking propaganda machine and I'm undermining society. Oh, I'm part of it. Pretty soon your kids will have to wear fucking cupcakes as costumes to school every day because I'm too fucking woke for you guys. Cause I fucking said the Pee-wee Playhouse wrong word, time to fucking yell. He said localization. Get him! You're just a fucking tool of big Funimation, you fucking dickhead! I'm trying to turn your kids into cupcakes, bro. Sean, send them to Jupiter. Why would the Martians want to send people to Jupiter? That doesn't make sense. How are they going to use them then? How are they going to use them? What a silly universe. Who are you yelling that to? You're yelling it in your home. I don't know if you have a private army. I don't know what you guys do in your free time. For all I know, you do. Maybe they're army ants with those little detachable firebug butts. Do you know what I'm talking about? Now I've got the music from the old Army Ants commercial in my head. It's silly. Oh, man. Apparently I could use a nap. I don't know if it's the blood just moving to my stomach after all the food that I've eaten or whatever. Maybe it's just the warm, chill nature in here. The leeway with localization is supposed to be changes to keep the same point when local. Listen, don't use the word localization because it's hateful. It's a hateful thing to say. Say different placification. That's how we're going to do it. So that we're not spreading the fucking hate of big anime. Turbulent perp. I think you mean turbulent juice, bro. All right. Oh, I love that. The Rick and Morty interstellar commercials. That shit's great. That shit's great. Interdimensional commercials, interdimensional cable, whatever the hell it was called. Just a bunch of ridiculous improvised nonsense. Jess, the countdown's on. 8 days. 8 days till carbonation, bro. You know what you're going to spend it on? A trampoline, perhaps? Are you going to buy a trampoline? Maybe a hula hoop? What up, Clayton? How you doing, buddy? Kind of fallen out of the habit of watching a movie every night like we were. Oh. We finished watching The West Wing. I see why they canceled it. It didn't become terrible. It just became... uninteresting, I guess. Just watching it going, well, this exists, but I don't care anymore. They changed the entire cast of the show pretty much, right? You're following the one president, and now we got a different president. I get that. It's because, they're like, hey, this guy can only be president for 8 years, and he's been president for 8 years in the show. It's like, okay, cool, but I don't care as much about your replacement. It's like, but remember how you started with these guys? Now we got Jimmy Smits and Janine Garofalo. And it's like, oh, okay. Anything? Felt mostly indifferent. Have I ever put on slow mode? You mean for the chat? Nah, the streams don't get big enough for that. If you had like 1 billion people just spamming the same thing over and over. But usually just if there is somebody spamming, it's like one person and you can just time them out or whatever, and that tends to solve the issue. So I don't have like gigantic streams that need that kind of stuff. Oh man, yeah, it's one of those days. Get the mats like at the kindergarten. Lay down, take a nap. Definitely feeling that, man. Oh. A little bit of stretching in. Although sometimes that actually ends up making me more tired. It's weird how that works, man. Apparently there's an exercise you can do where you like tighten and relax every different muscle group in your body or something like that. And it helps you fall asleep. But I don't know, man. Shutting the brain off and falling asleep ain't an easy thing to do most of the time. I'll find myself yawning and whatever, but if I was to go and lay down in the bed, brain would just be wheeling along, just going nuts, I obviously haven't put in enough practice towards it, but when it comes to stuff like meditation, I envy people who can empty their minds, because each time I've tried, it's just, there's always other yammering going on. It's just always, man, always. It's crazy to think that everybody's brain is different, and some people are wired in a way where they don't deal with that, Don't have a fucking internal monologue and all this other shit going on. Craziness. Yesterday was fun. I enjoyed the Stumpin' Hatcher Fallen Empires episode. That was good. I remember more of the cards than I thought that I would, actually. There'll be more stumps when we get into future sets. The further along we go, the more there'll be, yo, I don't know that, yo, I don't know that. It might get to the point where I know so few, is it even worth it? It's like, can you stump Hatcher? Turns into, can you not stump Hatcher? Can you name a card I actually know? That's what it'll turn into. Juggling, you got the same problem. Your brain doesn't like to shut off either. It is an annoying problem to have, but whatever. Apparently, if you continue to practice at trying to shut out your thoughts and meditate, it does work over time. Larry, with the random Darksteel Garrison. That's that fortification card, right? When they were like, what if we made equips for lands? Clayton, can I plot? Yeah, bro, I've been doing it all Christmas season. I've been eating, boy. Although I actually didn't really gain that much weight. I gained like 2 pounds from my Christmas eating. I gained a couple of pounds. Maybe it's 3. I didn't gain as much as I thought, but I did gain some. Jess, I have a crazy memory. It's good enough you imagine it's grounds to say I cheated. If people like, I totally have been accused of cheating based on my memory. We were told that we had to learn a story and tell it to the class, and there was a story about a cat, and the cat was, and honestly, at this point, this was like fucking 30 years ago, so I don't remember most of the details, but it's something like there was a cat, and it was the cat for a family of silkworm farmers, and the cat ends up bravely going up some kind of volcano or something where it has to keep its eyes like wide open in the heat and everything. And so the cat is super brave, and as a result, they have little cutouts of the cat that they put on silkworm containers that ward off, I don't know, insects or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I nailed the story at the time. I read it, learned it, and then told it to the class. And when I was done, the teacher was like, okay. He's like, you can pull out the book you were looking at. And I was like, my book's on my desk, bro. Stood up. Just like, I don't have a book. Like, so yeah, I've got a pretty good memory. It's not perfect, for sure. And I forget things, but I do have a pretty good memory. Larry uncards, yeah, that's another possibility. Those ones get really wonky, so there's probably a lot of room to stump me with that stuff. Millmaster, half the cards you forgot were even in Fallen Empires. Yeah, it's true. It's been a while. It's been a while. My knowledge of the cards was good enough that multiple times when somebody named a card that wasn't in the set, I was able to go, that's not in Fallen Empires. That's not. You mentioned Homelands cards? So I definitely know what's up with my old school Magic, bro. No question about that. I don't know it all, but I know a lot. And it's just been stored up here for a long time. It's funny, you never would have thought that knowing that much about a random card game you enjoy would turn into something that you would talk with so many people about. But here we are. No complaints about that. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet, man. Oh, I feel more yawning coming on. Fucking yawn musical, bro. How many book cards were there in the first few years? Was it 4? Let's see. You had the Arena card, Sewers of Estark, Windseeker Centaur, the Badger, the Giant Badger, Mana Crypt. Is it 5? It might be 5. Did I say Sewers of Estark? Arena, Sewers of Estark, Windseeker Centaur, Giant Badger, Mana Crypt. I think that's all of them. So I feel like the answer is 5. Spurl, you missed Silver Borders? Well, I mean, they're donezo now. It's Acorn Town. What was the dragon in? The Nalathni dragon was originally a Gen Con 1994 promo, but people got upset that that was the only place you could get it. So it ended up being included with an issue of either Inquest, Scry, Duelist. I don't remember which magazine it was, but one of the early Price Guide Magic the Gathering magazines included a copy with the magazine. I loved an Nalathni dragon. The artwork on it just pops. It's so vibrant and beautiful. It's so cool. And it was like a flying banding dragon. It just felt awesome. I'm like, oh, it's a dragon, well, but it's got banding. That's so neat. Kind of pointless, really, but the banding doesn't really make it that much stronger, but it made it feel cooler. And those cards were a lot harder to get. I liked having play sets of the obscure, harder to get cards like the book cards. So I had 4 Giant Badgers, 4 Windseeker Centaurs. I built a deck with as many of those cards in it as I could. I built so many different Magic decks. It was so long ago. Absolutely wild. Yeah, and the Lathni Dragon was reprinted in Mystery Booster too, but you look at that artwork and you tell me it's a 1/1, bro. Right? They just had the artwork kicking around and we're like, what can we put on this dragon? And someone's like, Lathni Dragon? Okay. It does not feel like a Lathni Dragon at all. It feels huge. The artwork makes it feel like it's like a fucking 5/5, a 6/6, you know? And it's a 1/1. That's weak sauce. That's weak sauce. Well, got to try a bunch of different stuff today, so that was fun. That was good. All right, my friends, it's time for me to be getting on up out of here. So thanks for coming and hanging out. And we will get back together again soon. For now, I bid you adieu. Safe travels. Watch out for wagon wheels, because, I mean, it can run over your foot, mess your leg up. You don't want that. All right? So, peace out for now.